Oh man, I have the perfect anime for day 7 of 12 days of anime. What I have selected is something that I can't believe I actually haven't done yet. And this anime is something I was really looking forward to this entire year of anime. It is something I was so hyped up and psyched for to get to watch because I was a big fan of the manga series. No matter how I look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular. Oh, you got to love this series. If you have no clue what this series is, stop this video right now and go watch it. No joke. That is how good this series is. Now, before I get into the actual discussion of this anime, I want to say this anime is insane, comedy-driven, straight to the point, and you need to go to this. Spread the popularity of Watamote. This is the series you want to go to. Anyways, let's begin. Watamote starts off with basically our main character, Kuroki, looking up online at what she thinks an unpopular girl is. And right there, that is mainly the gist of this entire show. And I want to get into the exact what kind of genres this show has, the animation, the just all-around the character-driven story with the characters. Now, Watamote, the plot is actually, it may be very simple, but it is actually a very strong progressive plot that is just insane, and it makes you feel so sorry for the characters. The genres of Watamote is comedy, dark humor, there is some fan service, but not fan service like you would expect of fan service, and just imagine a character you could really just sit and put yourself in their shoes. That's what kind of freaking character-driven story this is. Kuroki, our main female character, it's interesting getting to see an anime, even a manga series, even the manga series, from a perspective of actually being able to see the character's thoughts. For instance, actually having the character talk about their thoughts in the anime is something actually a lot of other anime really don't do. Think about this, actually. If you look at a lot of different anime from the past, a lot of different anime, when anime usually talk their minds, it seems to be like you can actually connect with the characters more. And that's exactly what this anime does, Watamote. Now, Kuroki's character, right off the bat, her personality is really freaking unique. I mean, she is so different from your normal female character. She's not stupid, but she's very shy. And what is just so amazing about Kuroki in this anime altogether is that because of her character. It's so sad watching this anime. What makes this anime series just so sad is because you actually grow an instant connection with Kuroki, and you actually feel sorry for her as episode after episode progresses. And you're like, oh, I want her to get a friend. I want her to be popular. And you really get sucked up into that where you get really sad. And that's what kind of actual emotions you get with the characters. Now, I have watched the entire anime, and this discussion is just going to be on the first episode because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't watched the series yet. Pretty much, though, the first episode has some really good music, has some great animation. Now, there is some scenes of the animation you can see where they got lazy with their budget, but that, in a sense, is very funny and comedy value. I mean, in one scene, you get to see people that are, like, animated with no freaking eyes drawn, like no eyes or nose, and that's pretty freaking hilarious, okay? There's one thing from being lazy and one thing from using a lack of animation or budget to be able to make some comedy out of it. And that's what actually kind of animation style Watamote likes to portray in this series. They constantly do that with a lot of different characters that have no meaning to the plot. So I like the way they handle that. So the animation is very good. Now, let's talk about the actual plot. The plot is simplistic, while freaking Kuroki has to figure out how to somehow become popular through the entire series. At first, it seems like it's episodic in nature, like each episode goes into a different episodic thing. But after you stick with the series for a while, you can really start to see the plot progress as Kuroki grows as a character. Being able to deal with, like, her inner self and being able to see how her personality is so much different from when you hear her talking to her mind, from when she's actually talking to a person of the opposite gender, let alone someone of her gender. I mean, she's so shy and emotional that she can't really talk to anyone. That is actually very sad. I mean, getting to see the different switches of her personalities is just something unique with her character. It's not like she's psychotic or anything like we see in other anime. It's just because we actually get to grow in depth with her character. And I don't know how much I can beat this against the wall to all of you. Kuroki's character is just amazing. A really freaking great character that I love. One of my favorite female characters, and probably my favorite female characters of this year of anime because of just all around her personality. It's something so I could just connect with her, and that is so awesome. Now, let's get into another fact about this series. Okay, there is some really dark humor. I mean, it is terrible. Now, this humor of this freaking anime is not something that you should take kindly or to heart. I mean, some of the humors actually will really strike you hard if you think about it, because it's actually really dead straight to the point. And I know a lot of things, like some people think about some mean things that happen in this anime. For one, I wouldn't think about some things that happened in this first episode. It's really upsetting getting to see how she has to hold herself back while she's in situations with other characters, and she tries her hardest to be popular. Like, one of the freaking... Actually, there's about 3 scenes in this episode where Kuroki tries to dress up and change herself to where she can be popular. Now, these are probably the highlights of the first episode, and majority of the entire series. Kuroki just freaking dressing up is so horrific, it is scary. I mean, it's like her entire character's actual looks just do a 360, 180, and it is so freaking hilarious the way she looks. Okay, in one scene, Kuroki looks like a shriveled up old freaking... a shriveled up old man. I mean, I just watched this episode before I did this just to be able to make sure I have a complete, honest emotions. But, oh man, I'm thinking of the picture right now. I probably have it right next to me, above me. You know what I'm talking about. The way she looks in these different scenes is so freaking hilarious. And I have to say, it's so funny getting to see a character look like that. The way she tries so hard to dress up, it turns into something like that. Just, what? Man, I love this freaking series so much. And I cannot wait for the anime to actually come in DVD bundle or whatever, because I am definitely buying this series. It is so good, and I love the manga series. There's only 1 volume out right now. I am definitely buying more of this manga. I love this manga so much. I love this anime series. Support Watamote. Don't worry, Kuroki, you're popular now, because a lot of people know about you. You're on YouTube. Everybody, pretty much what I have to suggest about the show is if you're into comedy, dark humor, and want a character you can actually put yourself in their shoes, go watch Watamote, because this series is for a lot of people that like that type of stuff. And it is something really unique with anime. Nowadays, we don't actually get to see characters driven like this in a story. And even though the story may be simplistic at times, it's something to behold when you see the way the story progresses and the way you can feel so sorry for characters. It's something I love in an anime, and this anime really manages to do that. Everybody, go watch this anime if you haven't seen it. This is probably one of my top 5 of anime in this year of anime. That's how much I enjoyed this anime. Well, everybody, be safe, happy holidays, have a wonderful Christmas or Christmas week, wherever you live or what time you watch this video. You all be safe, drive safe these holidays. Chibi out.